Okay, now it's time for another special Washington, D.C. edition of the Morning Mix, where we kick around the hot topics everyone's buzzing about. Last time around, Donna Brazile got her own buzz going by calling Larry King a hottie. She's back today, along with the youngest member of Congress, Republican Aaron Schock of Illinois, 29 years old. You're making us both feel old this morning, but we do have a lot to talk about this morning, so let's get right to it. Starting out with Elena Kagan, the president's nominee for the Supreme Court. Looks like a sure thing, right, based on today's facts for confirmation. But as I talked with Jake Tapper in the first hour about raging debate on the internet, on cable, about her private life, here was Bill O'Reilly on The View.
They put a softball picture on and they go, oh, he did that because she's gay.
Do you think it matters?
How insane is that? There are issues about don't ask, don't tell, and gay marriage. That's going to come to the Supreme Court. Gay marriage will eventually, okay? So, yeah, it's not irrelevant, but should there be a witch hunt on it? Should that be the focal point? That's insane.
Now, Donna, this is a weird one because Elena Kagan has told the White House she's not gay. No one's come forward with saying that she is or claiming with any firsthand knowledge that she is. Her friends say she isn't. I guess the question is it relevant, and should the question even be asked?
I don't think it's relevant, George, and the only reason why this is being talked about, of course, is because there's a double standard. When you're a woman, you're single, you're childless, you face a ridiculous double standard. Look, her personal life is being examined like a major case on the docket.
Well, didn't David Souter get something similar? It wasn't the age of the internet in the same way. But... Well,
yeah, but again, I think this type of whisper campaign has no credibility in the process, and now the media is questioning why others in the media, you know, are examining her personal life.
Congressman, I know one of the things the White House is frustrated by is that they say this whole debate is being pushed by partisans on either side. Conservatives who want it out there and gay and lesbian groups who do as well.
Right. I think it's unfortunate. I agree with Don on this one. I think, you know, there are so many real issues that are going to come before the Supreme Court that the senators on both sides deserve to know her positions on constitutional law issues.
What do you most want to know about?
Well, I think I would agree with then Senator Obama when he was questioning then Harriet Miers, who was President Bush's first nominee, when he rightfully said, when you bring forward a justice for the highest court in the land with no judicial track record, there's going to be additional scrutiny and additional questions about where she stands on a whole host of issues, simply because there's no track record on where she's going to come down on the rule of law.
You know, it really shouldn't matter whether or not she's a lesbian or not. What should matter is her position on the law, how she will interpret the Constitution. There are so many important issues, George, that will come before this court. I'm more interested in knowing her views than, you know, her values, you know, or her personal life.
But do you think she has to find some way to just put this to rest, or is that just not possible? You just keep moving forward?
You know what? Look, let it go.
I think, you know, this all started, unfortunately, I think, back during the Bork nominations. When they, you know, that was really the first, they went and got all his videos that he had rented and published it in the newspaper, completely irrelevant when it comes to the qualifications of the Supreme Court justice. And every justice since then, their life's been examined.
But ever since then as well, and this is why it gets kind of tricky, presidents have used the personal biography, the life stories of the justices, whether it's Clarence Thomas or Sam Alito or Justice Sotomayor, to make their case and to show how connected they are. So then can you wall off one part of a person's private life? I think, like you say, most senators will agree it's not relevant, but I don't think the debate has ended. Another debate raging in the country right now about schools and teachers. We're seeing layoffs of teachers all across the country. Another school district in Missouri this week going to a 4-day school week. Yesterday, President Obama came out for $23 billion more to help avert these layoffs. Out in California, they've had a real problem. Megan Fox made a video about it.
Are you our new teacher? Sweet!
Oh, no. No, I'm sorry. I just thought this was the library. Wait, you guys don't have a teacher?
She was laid off. And then they combined our class with another teacher's class. The kids in this room are multiplying faster than my headlight.
Come on, dude. Hi there. Jack Slater from Governor Schwarzenegger's office. Are you the teacher?
No. I'm just waiting for my boyfriend.
Oh, well, you're their teacher now. Congrats. Got 2 more kids for your class.
Big problems, Congressman, across the country. I think you were on a school board when you were 19 and just became a congressman at 28. But how about the president's proposal saying, okay, we've got to avert this. We need a lot more money to hire the teachers back?
Well, I think it speaks to the lack of Congress and the administration to really propose true stimulus to the economy. The fact of the matter is the way you fund education is through economic growth, through local, state, and federal government revenue increases. And the stimulus bill, of course, last year was supposed to create that shot in the arm to generate the growth that we needed, to generate new jobs that ultimately would have generated additional revenue, and unfortunately the stimulus has failed to do that.
But isn't that what the president would do now?
Well, I don't think more federal bailouts of school districts is going to create long-term economic growth. The stimulus bill gave a 2-year shot in the arm to education. It had a ton of money for education spending, and what it did is create a sugar high for school districts to artificially inflate their budgets from federal dollars. And unfortunately, we don't have the growth in the economy to keep that spending going.
This recession has had a tremendous impact on our economy. And if you want to know just how bad it is, look across the country. 29 states in the District of Columbia, they're making significant cuts in education. In the state of Illinois, they have reduced the budget by 10%. That will impact early childhood education, pre-kindergarten. So we have to make a decision whether or not this investment is worthy of the fight and the sacrifice of the American people. I believe it is. We need to train workers for the new technology of the future.
We only have a few seconds left. We've been playing that little kid's Beyonce video all morning. Congressman, you represent Peoria, Illinois. How's that going to play in Peoria? 10
seconds. I do not believe that plays in Peoria. You know, I saw that video and just shook my head. I've got nieces and nephews that age, and I thought, my first question was, what's wrong with those parents?
And that is the last word this morning. Thank you both very much. We'll be right back.